We back here. We're gonna get to talking about it. First formation, Morning Sports Talk. Y'all know what it is. Let's go.
Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, work. There you go.
Forward!
Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, work. There you go.
Forward!
Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, work. There you go.
Forward!
Hard work, hard work, hard work.
Fall in. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's me, your boy Trey, and you know what it is. You're rocking with your favorite bets on the next First Formation Morning Sports Talk. So come on and fall in with you as we get to talk about sports, just plain and simple. But it's not always that simple. I digress. Of course, when you break it down, there's many other things, topics in which we engage in and try to chop it up about. Plenty has went on since we last left you. I think it was on a Wednesday. Uh, a lot of movements and stuff going on back and forth, but here chopping it up again. Um, Fast forward through it, of course, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Miami Heat advanced to the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. Denver dispatches Phoenix, sending them on their way. Of course, in the shadow of that, there was a firing. Um, the Las Vegas Golden Knights take care of business, knocking off the Edmonton Oilers to punch their ticket to the Western Conference Finals for in the Stanley Cup playoffs. So it's plenty of going on. Of course, now they wait for their opportunity to play the winner of the Dallas Stars and Seattle Kraken as they play their game tonight, and then we wait. And then we wait so before to see who's going to be in Eastern Conference. Excuse me. Well, correction. The Panthers are in the Eastern Conference, and go on from there. So it's going down in sports. A lot has transpired, of course, and we're going to get to talking about it um, in just a few. Uh, with some other things, of course, that happened. The NFL schedule came out, so we get to wrap that up, and talk about that as we, of course, like anything else, is going to go through and give our rendition of who uh, of picks down the line. So last night, a game for the ages, I guess you could say. Not maybe for the ages. I'm going to have a little hate. I was hoping that Philadelphia was going to take care of business and get Boston out of there, but now it looks like it's going to be left up to the Miami Heat in state. When you look at it last night, the Philadelphia 76ers and Boston Celtics faced off in what was game 7 of the second round, which, of course, if you don't understand it or been under a rock, the winner of said game would go on to face the first eighth seed to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. In the eighth seeded Miami Heat, led by none other than Jimmy Butler. If you haven't been on the rock and look at this is the same matchup that was put together during the 2019-20 NBA playoffs. If y'all don't know what that is or what that was or what it is I speak of and talk about, what's good? Woo, good morning. Glad to have information with his brother. Uh, Washington Fire Dak was last fall. MVP scored 15. Joker is my MVP. I'm very sure Jokic is a lot of people's MVP. I would even say for the most part, even mine's. Woo. But of course, he didn't win it. The deserving man did, and unfortunately, that man is no longer in the playoffs. That being, or that individual which you speak of being uh Joel Embiid. Last night, the 76ers was led by Tobias Harris, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, 15 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks from Joel Embiid, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 1 block on the night, 5 turnovers. However, kind of like flips that. 7.5 rebounds, 1 assist from DeAnthony Melton. And then it's like it stops there. Daniel House, 4 points, 2 points from Paul Reed, 4 points from Jaden Springer, 11 points from PJ Tucker. And then you go on to the Boston Celtics. Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum was on one. But no one was on one even more so than Jason Tatum himself. Dismal game in Game 6. Even continued on for the most part, throughout the Game 7, at least the first half. Second half, come out blistering. 17 points in the third quarter, outscoring even the whole Philadelphia 76ers squad, 17-10. Jason Tatum finished the night with a Game 7 record-breaking effort, 51 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 25 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks from Jaylen Brown, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists from Malcolm Brogdon, 6th man of the year, 7 points from Marcus Smart, 3 points from Derek White, 6 points apiece from Horford and Robert Williams III, and 2 points from Justin Champagne. That put Boston in the driver's seat. Now they are going to the Eastern Conference Final to face off against a foe that they know not even just a couple of years ago that played in the championship, that of the Miami Heat. So when you look at this, right, we always have a conversation in reference to Jason Tatum and if he shows up, when he shows up. And he did show up yesterday, true enough. You know what I'm saying? And he was in his zone. He was in his zone yelling, talking about this is his, all that going down. But is that fool's gold? Let's just be honest. I want to ask that question. Is that fool's gold? Is the Jason Tatum which we seen last night the same Jason Tatum that we potentially could see over the course of what can presumably be the next 8 games that need to be won? Or do we see him? Does it become a lockout, drag out brawl between Boston and Miami, to where it puts us in a position where we see yet another Game 7, and it puts in a position to where another Jason Tatum situations need. What's good, Courtney? Glad to have your formation, bruh. Matter of fact, congratulations on your graduation the other day, man. I seen your post. You know, greatly deserving, bro. Correct. And that's kind of like I was just about to get into. He is a bucket. He can be a bucket. He just showed that. Record breaking. You know, Steph dropped 50 not too long ago, in about 2.5 weeks ago. Jason comes back last night. He's eclipsed that record, drops 51, and puts them in the into the Eastern Conference Finals. But is this the same Jason Tatum in which we're going to be able to see? And I'm just asking questions. No hate, nothing, you know, saying nothing that, in which I'm trying to say like, oh, you know, saying he's not that dude. I'm just wondering, is this the same Jason Tatum you're going to get, or do we need Game 7s and for to activate him? Of course, do we need a Game 7? Do we have Game 7 Tatum? This would be the easiest Eastern Western Conference matchup in the history of the NBA. Boston and Denver. So, see, Courtney, man, I just congratulated you on graduation, and here you come with the tomfoolery already. So let's not do this, right? Let's do this, right? When we take a look at this, and I'm very sure the narrative has already been set. Everyone already knows and sees what we're facing. I wish Bishop was on right now so I could basically get on him, because everyone talks about how the 2020 NBA championship. Now, the 2020 NBA championship was not to be counted. As like Bishop said, it's a bubble. It should be an asterisk and all that type of stuff. Right now, what we have in front of us, running back 3 years later, what we have in front of us is the same exact pairing. Now, who's to say that it's going to end up the same way? If it ends up the same way, in state is just like I said, just like Ron Bartley or Charlemagne the God. Ron the Charlemagne, Coach Wayne Walcott, if a couple of others has stated, Lakers will hold the NBA championship at the end of the year. Put it on wax a little while ago. Commissioner Myers, Mike Myers, stated that the Lakers would get to the conference finals. I went a little bit further and stated that they will be champions. Now we know saying we have a possibility for that to be. So we talk about the bubble, right? As people call it. It was the bubble, but not the way in that I don't call it in that exact matter, but it was the bubble. We have now this same matchup going down. Miami, Boston, 2 versus 8. Lakers, Denver, 1 versus 7. Now, of course, there's some discrepancies in that appearance when you look at it. During that 1 versus 7, during that matchup with the Lakers in Denver, Jamal Murray was out due to he was taken out injury. What ended up keeping him out 2 years roughly. And Denver was actually playing hella well in that series until they lost Murray, and then Lakers end up clipping them and went on to a genuine sweep with a 4-1 series victory. Now you have the same thing in Miami on the other side of the spectrum. A little bit different. The only thing I can say is I believe Miami is a little hobbled, and Boston has some pieces. Let's just be honest. Opposite side of the spectrum, West Coast, yay. You have LA is a better team than what they were during that time frame. Now, Denver might be as well. When I look at Denver, though, you know what I see? I see the same thing which we seen in Phoenix. Now, what we know is, yes, Denver has a couple of people on the bench, but that's not deep enough, in my opinion. The numbers don't lie. The Lakers are solely dependent on AD and free throws. When AD leaves a game, the numbers show they are horrible on defense. That could be possible, Courtney. I won't lie. I won't argue that. But what I'm saying is that doesn't mean we can't be potent. What we have now, as my matchup, correct. When different teams not the same matchup. I think in this case, Boston has the edge. And I would honestly go forth and say that the Lakers still have an edge when it comes down to a complete team. I think the Lakers have an edge when it comes down to the complete team. If you look at it 5 versus 5 for the Lakers versus Denver, if the expectancy is for them to roll out the Jokic, Murray, Gordon, Porter, and let's say KCP or even Brown, when you look at that, Denver is not better, in my opinion. Denver is not better in the complete as a whole. Denver is not better, not in my opinion. I think the Lakers are better and have a deeper squad than Denver. So, like I was saying, if you roll out Nikola Jokic, of course, the expectancy is he's going to sit up and play. You roll out Jamal Murray, expecting to play. You roll out Michael Porter Jr. expected to play, Aaron Gordon expected to play, and now you have, and most likely that 2 spot is going to go to KCP or Brown or something like that. And then after that, when you start to get to their bench, it starts to be slim pickings, in my opinion. When you look at LA, no bias intended at all. See, you say that because I am being realistic. When you look at LA, think about what we just seen, right? Only issue which Courtney did state is if AD is not on the floor, then we have a different look Lakers. I'll give you that, of course. But when you put that perspective, roll out most likely um, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, um, Austin Reeves, um, hell, who's a chick. The Lakers bench isn't good at all. The Lakers bench hasn't been good, but let's take a consistent look at what the Lakers bench is. Wooden. I get you. I understand. When you look at what the Lakers bench is, what are we talking about? D'Angelo Russell, maybe. Ryan Hachimura, Lonnie Walker the fourth, Malik Beasley, who hasn't even been getting off, but he's on the bench. I don't expect to see Mo Bamba, which he's basically Mo Bamba is in the same position he was back in the 2020, just a different team. He went out. Oh no, that was Isaac, not Mo Bamba. No, Bamba, he went out too. Isaac was already out. Bamba went out at that point. But you know, so it's their bench. They have a bench. Vanderbilt, Dennis Schroeder, if he's a starter, if he's a starter, then Vanderbilt is on. I mean, not Vanderbilt. If Dennis Schroeder is a starter, then Vanderbilt and Russell are on the bench. Or if Russell is starting, if Schroeder is starting, Austin Reeves is on the bench. Lakers has a bench, a better bench in my opinion than what Denver has. Denver might be more effective as a collective unit as a starting five, and the chemistry is better. Of course, when you look at it, Jokic. So, like you said, when I start to look at it, I think Jokic and AD cancel each other out, or just barely, or honestly, Jokic edges out AD just a little bit. So, you know what I'm saying? Not enough to where where he's gonna be just overpowering and just relentlessly smashing and being a problem for the Lakers. You have that. LeBron, even in his 38 years of life, still has the ability to be potent if given the opportunity. Yes, a little bit. Yes, a little bit. Who out there that's tapped in right now thinks that the Joker is just going to dominate and put AD in a mixer? I don't. I think AD could be effective, but now definitely what's going to happen is AD is going to have to monitor and watch the Joker. That's what it is. He's not going to be able to be free. He's not going to be able not to have any type of movement going on. He's going to have to lock in on Jokic. That's just what's going to be. And now it's going to be, even though they're not going to play man to man for the most part, I very seriously doubt they're going to give different schemes, different looks, some zones here and there. There's going to be some switches, of course, playoffs and everything. So Woo, I'm not saying, get what I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying that the Joker isn't better than AD. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is for this series, I don't foresee that Joker is just going to be that dominant over AD during that time frame. Yes, I agree. Jokic is better. He's a better player than AD. His skill set is a lot better than AD's. Duly noted. We got to take in consideration the man is a two-time back-to-back MVP, arguably three-time, depending on, you know, saying when you look at the situation to where Phoenix, in Philadelphia, not Philadelphia, when you look at the fact that Denver sat him down for a second, yeah, I get it, bro. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that he is better than Joker. AD, we're talking about AD is better than the Joker. I do agree and believe that the Joker is a better player, all round player than AD is. But there's going to be some prowess that AD is going to bring to the table. He might sit up and think about if we get AD like lock down Steph in the closing minutes of Game 6 and Game 7. I mean Game 6 and Game 5. Correction, Game 6. Then we might, you know, saying it might be a situation to where AD is like, oh, he's going to lock in and just going to put it all on, you know, saying stopping Jokic. And if we say stop Jokic, then it makes everyone else have to try to beat the Lakers in that case. Just like Courtney was just talking about, Gordon and LeBron. I don't know if that's going to be the matchup, or even if that would be the matchup in which I would want. But if it is, hey, that we got to lock in. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Everyone, just like last night, even though I went away from it, Joel Embiid. If y'all didn't catch Joel Embiid's post game, they talked about the opportunity, potential of James Harden coming back, or if he's going to be there. In which he went on back and forth in reference to it, and then he basically stated that everyone needs to do their part. It can't just be him, as he stated. It can't just be him and James, in which we're going to get to shortly in reference to that comment. But everyone has to do their part. We're currently in the playoff still. That's the exit conversation, exit conversation. Everyone has to do their part. The Lakers, the Nuggets, the Heat, the Celtics are still playing. And it still remains to be the same. Everyone has to do their part. In the case of the Lakers, everyone has to do their part. Even though I don't see Gordon as that threat, I see him as being a potential, but I think I would rather see you got Hachimura. Let Hachimura or come in and or Walker or someone, let them deal with Aaron Gordon. I think LeBron needs to put a clamp on Michael Porter Jr. That is more of an issue, I think, in my opinion. Or even Jamal Murray. Those are the ones in which I think those are the two in which I think have to be locked down to make sure that we have the opportunity. You let AD take his bumps and bruises with Jokic, but you can't allow for them to go off. The Lakers' whole practice consists of free throw shooting drills. We are going to be good. And you know what? If that's what it is, that means they're going to the cup and they're attempting shots, and they're just attempting shots in which are forcing the team to foul them. And they're going to the rim. As long as they're getting to the rim, drawing fouls, putting the opposition on their heels, because now you got X amount of people that have fouls, and they're making their free throws. They're still doing what they need to do, Courtney, without a doubt. So I would go with that. So I think the matchup is going to be pretty good. Now, when we look at the other side of the spectrum, we look at Miami and Boston. Miami might have some problems, fam. Like, I don't know. I don't think Jimmy can hold the line for the whole team. We're not writing off Struss and Vincent and Bam. Bam can do a problem, but he's going to have his hands full having to play and defend against Horford and Williams. They're without. They're still currently without Tyler Hero. So he's not there to reenact what he did doing that. Duncan Robinson might pull up and might do what he did last year, at least to get him to the playoffs. Get him to the finals again. You got Kyle Lowry that's in the building. I don't know. We don't know is what it's going to be like or what it's going to look like for them going forth in state is. I think Miami might be in trouble this series. I think they might have had a chance to with off the emotions of Jimmy Butler having to face off against his former team that let him go, and they could have lived off that. They probably would have been matched up a little better, in my opinion, overall with Philadelphia, because they're not as deep as what Boston is. When you look at Boston has Pritchard, they got Malcolm Brogdon, Derek White, of course, Tatum and Brown, Horford, Smart, Williams, Blake Griffin. So they got probably pieces that might be able to produce if needed, depending on the situation. I think the only saving grace in which they have is if Butler is cooking, everyone else is coming along and is in play, and then you have a situation where someone like Jason Tatum is not having the most endearing of games. Brown is the only one that's really doing something. Everyone else is kind of like sitting by the wayside. That's the only chance in which Miami might particularly have at this point. But I still would like to see a run back of um, Miami and LA outside the bubble environment, the ability to go between back and forth between the two. What we do know is if LA and Miami end up going to the finals, that LA will be the home court advantage due to the fact that the higher seed, I believe. I don't know if they played each other during the year and if there was a tiebreaker or if it was a sweep or however, but that's what we have. Um, so I'm ready for it. I want to see it. Let's go. LA um, series starts tomorrow. Game one of the Western Conference Finals, of course, kicks off tomorrow. Starting out in Denver, we already know they're still going with the 2-2-1-1-1 series, in which Denver has an opportunity to defend their home court in the first two games. Does the Lakers continue on with their efforts in winning the first game of each series, taking away the home court advantage? What's good, TT? Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing there, sis? Glad to have you information with us this morning. I hope everything was going on. Of course, you know what? I'm so sorry. Where are my manners to all those mothers out there yesterday? Of course, didn't get a chance to talk it up and chop it up on Friday. Here it is Monday, and a belated but happy Mother's Day to all those mothers out there, as you just had your day yesterday. We was able to have an organization you already know, Cyber 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated, had a Mother's Day raffle, which three people were able to win even a gift basket, a spa treatment with $150 value, and of course $1,000 value for a vacation through Delta Vacations. Three people won that, and they're going to be able to enjoy those gifts. Maybe we run it back for Father's Day. I don't know. In case, I hope y'all enjoyed y'all's day yesterday. Got a chance to catch a good game and look at some things. Take a look. However, they did come with a little bit of, I guess you could say, unfortunate news. As if you wasn't watching or paying attention, the Grizzlies suspend their star player Ja Morant for yet another social media video in which Ja Morant was seen brandishing a weapon in his social media posts. If you know or been following the NBA throughout the course of the year, you know Ja was just suspended for 8 games due to the same, I ain't gonna say antics, but the same behavior just 2 months ago, in which he sat down with Adam Silver. Him and Adam Silver had a heart to heart, the saying, spoken to one another. And the expectancy was that Mr. Silver thought that Ja was contrite and true about his feelings and what he was saying in reference to how he was going to go forth and carrying himself going forth, especially in that behavior. Now, you know what I'm saying, he's suspended indefinitely per the Grizzly organization. Maybe it's a ploy to try to get ahead of what the NBA is going to do, or maybe they're true and they're waiting and willing to hand down whatever is going to be the case, what the NBA is going to do in reference to this. I think he dodged a huge suspension the first time, in which now here we are at the end of the season where they could add a huge amount of games. So we're gonna see how that goes. What's good, Key? What's going on, sis? How are you doing? I know it did not end as you expected, but Philly had a good run. Now, going back, good thing Key just tapped in for a second. So going back to what we just talked about, the post-game interview with Joel Embiid. She said, I'm used to it. I feel you. It's all right. So going back to what we just talked about in reference to the post-game interview in Philadelphia, right? With Joel Embiid, as he was asked a question in reference to James Harden coming back, and he went through and talked about that James Harden has a player option to pick it up and maybe get an extension, or to decide to not pick up his option and get declared as a free agent and get back in the player pool and see what he can pull down on the open market. But Joel Embiid went forth and stated and said, "What's good, Traps?" He said Harden's going back to Houston. So you know what, Trap? Initially when I was hearing that, I was like, he's going back to Houston with not anything against Steven Silas, but I was like, he's going back with Steven Silas there. I was like, I don't think so. But now, Emi Udoka is there. Maybe James may revisit going back to Houston and getting back in the fold. And with that young lineup they got, an option, a potential to grab yet another lottery player. Who knows? And that I was just about to say that, Traps. Who knows? They may get that coveted one spot with the opportunity to potentially draft Victor Wembanyama. Like it's a possibility that he can do that, and so it's like maybe James will pull up back in H Town, bring up Space City back in his pocket. It's not far fetched at this point, and he got Emi Udoka, a different coach, and I'm saying it's like Silas. It might go down like that. It's no telling. Joel, again, like we just been ready to talk about. Yes, Key. I mean, well, I'm not gonna say yes to that yet, Key. But was Joel justified in stating that? Is that what you expect from your leading player, your top player, your MVP, your this year's MVP, let alone not just for the league, but for the 76ers, for him to come on and be like, everyone got to do their job. Duly noted, everyone has to do their job. But was that a dig? Was he shots fired and saying that it can't just be him and James at this point? And when you look at it, because you see, I don't know if y'all seen the tweet from Dame. Dame is like, huh? Like, bruh, you talk about everyone got to do their job. You only scored 15 points, man. Like you dropped 15. What's good, Coach Cal? What's going on? Glad to have your information this morning. You only dropped 15. James dropped 9. How's that for data? Like, where do we get off talking about in a game 7? You and your supposed Robin didn't even pull up. Like you had Teen Titan Go pulled up to the set instead of the Justice League. And you sit up and going to talk about you need help? Like, come on, Joel. Like, stop that, fam. Like, let's just be real. You wasn't ready. You didn't stand up in the moment. And hopefully the Lakers can dispatch that's the 2-time back-to-back MVP in that same effort, like to thwart that to where no, you don't stand up either. But for him to sit up and say that, yeah, Tobias Harris, who everyone seems to sit up and put all that pressure on and talk about Tobias isn't that person. The one thing, in my opinion, Tobias is consistent. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Trap, you ain't say, bruh. Like it's at this point, Joel and James, y'all didn't do what y'all was supposed to do. And then you try to sit up and point the finger at the rest of the squad. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. Tyrese Maxey saved y'all in one. Well, he extended y'all because he ain't saved y'all because y'all end up losing the series. But Tyrese Maxey has, but throughout the course of the game, the series, throughout the course of the playoffs, Tyrese Maxey saved y'all. Tyrese Maxey has saved y'all. So to sit up and go off and say like, hey, we need more. Everyone needs to stand up. You got to be lead. Like we all say, we all been military for the most part. Lead by example. Joel, you got the MVP finally. And you got bounced out finally. Run it back. Same thing. Same bad time, same back channel. It's Luka and Brunson all over again. At that part, like now everyone want to point the finger now that the game is done. And you know what happened? Like Coach Cal said, the last time that happened, Luka and Brunson all over again. Brunson bounced and went to where everyone knows his name. He went to New York. James is going where everyone knows what his name. # cheers. Running back in Houston. Like, come on, bro. It's crazy. When Joel said that, that's why Dame was like, huh? I would think that's why Dame was like, what? Huh? Like, bro. Kyrie and Philly. Do you really? Well, would you like that? Where you at, Key? Key, you still in the comments? Kyrie and Philly. I know Coach Cal about to say something, but Kyrie and Philly, what you feel about that, Key? Is that what y'all need? Per if y'all lose James, is Kyrie a good replacement? Kyrie and Tyrese, Kyrie and Joel. Is that what's good in Philly? That's just what it is. And Randall, I want to no, you don't. he gonna work it out here. I think you use here, Coach. But even going that, let's run that back too, Coach Kyle. Good thing you just said that. Now that it's not in the news, but what's going on in Dallas? Like, is that a good fit? Honestly, when we look at it, I know for the most part the Dallas Mavericks fans aren't approving of Jason Kidd being their coach and going forth and putting that effort in. Coach Williams enters the chat, but is that a good look, Kyrie and Luka in Dallas? Is that going to work out? Presumably, is it? I'm sure is we're all in agreement when we say just like the rhetoric in which Joel is trying to build. Dallas needs. I ain't gonna say stars. They need players. It's so many teams that needs players. That's why I think this is going to be one of the most interesting off seasons, where we're going to really see who has that Midas touch when it's going to come to them building their teams this year, because everyone leveraged something to build a better team, a better starting five, in my opinion. Only the Lakers, and I would even go as far as to say Brooklyn, built a team. Brooklyn tried it. They don't have enough for a superstar or an all-star. So they Beasley is there. Uh, so I don't know how that's gonna end up panning out. But is who's going to be that team? Who's going to build a team? I don't think my the Mavericks doesn't have a bench. We already seen Phoenix doesn't have that going forth, and a couple other teams that need to build that needs to get something in general. Who does that? We have some teams that's going to be a couple. There's probably saying Scoot Henderson is going to be in the draft. Of course, Victor. He said revenge Ben Simmons season next year. That's another conversation. Is do we get a Ben? Do we ever get a Ben from 3 years ago signing again, or is it over for Ben Simmons? I know Coach Cal was the Warriors. Sorry, Cap looks shaky too. Yeah, especially with they having that now to go into that luxury tax. Habitual line steppers is going to have to pay a hefty fine. Who's paying that? Especially when you take in consideration they did that this year, and it amounted to them getting bounced out the playoffs in the second round. So, what is that going to look like in state when you talk about it? The Warriors, do they got to re-sign Klay Thompson? They got to see if Draymond's going to pick up his next his final year. Jordan Poole, he didn't show up in the late round, but that was just that time frame. I don't think they're going to get rid of him just off of that. Um, what was Coach Cal saying? That 10 pick will be getting moved with something else in the third to bring in a third star. Is that enough, Coach Cal? Really, you think that's enough to bring in a star? What star do you see who out there is the star that you see that's willing to move for a number 10? That any team is willing to move for a number 10 in this upcoming draft, along with probably some pieces. I'm very sure it's going to be so. Maybe, but you know what, honest Coach Cal, I don't put it past, because the way they was dealing and stuff like that, Utah put themselves in position. Uh, Golden State sits in position always. We're going to see how it's going to end up. Is there going to be some movement in Minnesota? Are they going to bring in some different pieces? Is it the year that Cat bounces, or is it a trade going on? You got Julius Randle. You already saw Stephen A. was calling for Julius Randle to be bounced and move. Like it's going down, and I think we're going to really see like um, Coach Walcott discussed and talked about how masterfully, and this is no bias whatsoever, how masterfully Rob Pelinka re redid the Lakers roster and put them in position. Chris Middleton, Aiden, Miles Turner, Cat. Okay, Cal, you got some. Ah, mm, I mean, those are some good players. I some pieces, and I can see if you were able to bring that along with a Luca and the Kyrie, maybe that would make a difference. But I think Turner and Aiden would be the points because you need defense. You need the defense, and it helps to be. You still got Christian Wood there, although I think that was his last year. If they run it back, if he runs it back, I don't know what his option was. It was a player option. Aiden is all right, Randall. I think Aiden is in trouble now because KD is there and he's eating up his minutes. Van Vliet. I don't think Van is leaving Toronto, although a payday probably will bring him out of there. But it's I think it's some. But like I said, who Picasso's their roster next going into this offseason? OG Ajnobi. I don't think now I don't think OG is coming out of Toronto, not just yet. He's starting to build himself up there along with Siakam, although Siakam is seen as the go-to guy there. But with that being said, as OG, I would stay there. Like I consistently think about the James Harden effect when he decided to leave uh, OKC to go to Houston. He became an MVP, but that's basically where it kind of left at. He didn't amount to anything else. Bringing in people, Russell Westbrook came in, Dwight Howard came in, Chris Paul came in, and nothing. So I don't know if OG should do as such. He should stay in Toronto, continue to try to build on there. Maybe they get some more pieces. It really doesn't help the simple fact that you're on the cusp um, as like a 13, 14, or 13, 14 seeded team in the lottery. That doesn't help unless you got some scouts that are doing an immaculate job to do the research and get the right picks for you. Those diamond in the rough type picks. You got to think it's only 2 rounds for the most part. So to put it in that position. No, I agree with you, Coach Cal. I know Haley laughed heartedly, but I agree. I think Aiden has the ability. He just needs to be in a good position, a good position, or on the right squad. Top in the head. He's just shut down randomly. He got neurologically folks on staff. Yeah, so yeah, that's a problem with Aiden. I think Aiden could be very, very resourceful and very helpful on someone's squad, which we thought it would have been. We thought it would have been Phoenix, but when you look at it, in my opinion, him and Eddie are almost the same. He said, "Can't tell me on a player comparing them to Ben Simmons." I agree with you. I concur with that statement. But I concur with Coach Cal as well. Like Aiden isn't trash. He just gotta figure it out, man. You're going to right now. You're locked in. You just re-signed your deal. You had the opportunity to bounce, to move on. You decided not to. You took the money, and so now it puts you up against. And then I know for hindsight 2020, you didn't know they was going to bring in, Kevin Durant. Now he's eating up your minutes. I mean, eating up your touches, and that's just what it is. So yeah, that's exactly what's going. It's unfortunate, but a I think Aiden could be effective though on a different roster. What's good, my brother? What's going on, man?
WGO, what's going on? What's good? What's going on?
Yeah, we just sit up and talk, bruh. Where were you earlier? Listen to this. All that talk. I know you saw my post. I tried to tag you in it, but as I shared it from Bleacher Report to my page, I couldn't tag you in it. All that conversation, all that talk. Run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. What have we in front of us? If you wants to smoke clear, 4 teams standing, identical mirror images of the 2019-2020 NBA championship, as you call the bubble season. Well, everyone calls it the bubble season, but
thank you. Everybody calls it
season. Everyone, because that's what it was. It was in a bubble. It was in a bubble.
Right, fact.
But it wasn't the asterisk bowl. I mean, the asterisk season.
It was. It's an asterisk. But go ahead and finish whatever it is you're trying to get to. What are you implying, sir? Y'all not gonna beat Denver.
We are going to beat Denver.
Y'all not going to beat Denver.
We're going to beat.
Y'all not gonna beat Denver.
We're winning the championship, so we got.
Y'all not doing that either. Y'all not doing that either. Y'all not, for one, first of all, you can't win a championship if you don't beat Denver, which y'all not gonna beat Denver. That's not gonna happen. 2,
we beating Denver in 6. We beating Denver in 6. Cal said Denver in 6. LA in 6.
Calvin, come on, man. Y'all don't believe that. Y'all are not beating a 2-time MVP back-to-back MVP. Y'all not beating him. Y'all not beating Denver,
They can stop making MVPs when they made Jokic MVP.
I'm just y'all are not beating them.
LeBron's an MVP.
Hold on. MVP. As a matter of fact, the last conversation we had, right? And you know,
he said put him in the clamp of hell.
I'm just gonna say this.
Asterisk 3 times. I'll give you that, Coach Cal. I concur with that.
Y'all first game is what? Tomorrow or Wednesday? Tomorrow. Hopefully y'all got enough rest. Because I told you. Okay, hopefully. Because I told you. Sure enough, AD got hurt last game. But I told you. That's going to come back to bite y'all. Watch what I tell you. Y'all decided to go ahead and play them cats. Y'all, Denver in 6. How about that? Denver in 6. That's what's going to happen. Denver in 6. Denver put away the Suns. They're going to put away the Lakers. They're going to put away the Lakers. Denver in 6. That's right, Calvin. Denver in 6. That's right. What you say, Calvin? 3-time MVP? No.
He said asterisk. He put an asterisk.
I got you. But I get what he's saying. But no.
Yeah, I would give him that. Like I was saying earlier, and who was it just said it? Randall just said, Haley just said, AD got to put Jokic in the clamps of hell.
He can't. He can't.
So what you're telling me?
He cannot.
He can slow him down, though.
He can't. He
needs to slow him down.
Don't you dare. Let me tell you why. He can't. He can't simply for the fact of the matter is Jokic is a 3-headed monster.
He is.
You can stop him as much as you could.
He's going to have to come out the paint.
That's not going to help. Jokic has point guard passing skills. What he doesn't kill you in putting points up, he's going to kill you in assists. And that's something AD cannot stop. There's nothing AD can do about that. Nothing.
So, something you said is key, right? What you just said. Which means because we see what Jokic has done and he's
capable of.
His team is very capable of assisting because in
Murray,
order to
all
get
of them.
the assist, you have to convert. Someone has to convert on the other end. Has to convert it on the other end of that pass. So they're evidently they're very efficient and proficient in doing that because it keeps
that part.
It keeps Jokic. However, if everyone else, which is starting to become the rhetoric, everyone does their job, then it could be ideally it starts with Jokic. I don't want him to clamp him because I think if AD has to clamp Jokic, that's going to diminish what he has to do on the other end.
So what is he going to do, Trey? He can't. So what is he going to do?
All he got to do is slow him down.
There's no slowing him down. There's no slowing him down, bro. There's no slowing Jokic down, bro. There's no slowing him down.
I've been saying. Don't worry, Jokic is going to get his. Let him rock. Hey,
that's what you can't afford to do.
Let him rock.
You cannot afford to let Jokic and rock.
We can let him rock. We just can't let everyone else.
No, that's not gonna happen, bro. I'm telling you right now. AD is the best. Hey man, get him somebody get him a urinalysis. Bro, get him a urinalysis. What? Did you just say the best defender in the league? You've got to be kidding me, bro. I love AD. That's kinfolk right there. I love AD, but he's not the best defender in the league, bro. You mean to tell me AD is a better defender than the Greek Freak? You have to be kidding me. You have to be out your everlasting mind.
Only 4 teams remain, and Milwaukee is not one of them.
You're right. Milwaukee isn't, but guess what? Denver is. Denver is.
Denver was.
Two-time MVP. Denver is. No. We ain't using past tense. Denver is, and he is and they have the 2-time reigning MVP champion.
That's a past tense.
Yeah, but it's facts. That's what those are facts. What you're talking about, you're putting them in past tense. That's not facts. That's what you're doing. There's the difference, guy. There's a difference. Those are facts.
What's going on, man? So
good morning, Rod. What up, Jay? So this is the thing. Y'all are not. This is the thing. You got to worry about Aaron Gordon. You got to worry about KCP. You got to worry about Jamal Murray. That's a lot. Outside of Jokic, that's a lot.
But in-state is LA has. We got pieces. Bruce Brown. You're right. That's who I couldn't think of earlier, Cal. That's what they have. That, in my opinion, that's all that Denver has.
How is that when KCP dropped 21 the other night?
Okay, well, I was just about to, but that's
how's that when Michael Porter Jamal Murray dropped 26?
How often does KCP?
But Jamal Murray's dropped 26. Now, y'all saying Bruce Brown only had 13, but KCP had 21 and Jamal Murray had 26.
Murray and Porter are problems. I would say that.
Thank you. Why are y'all talking about Bruce Brown? But he's talking about
a difference. Just to make a difference. Curry and there are problems. I'll give it that. There are going to be. Okay. Porter is inconsistent, but Murray is.
But he comes through when he needs to. He comes through when he needs to.
So that I give that. But KCP is not a habitual 21-point dropper. He's not that. Bruce Brown is not he showed up a couple of nights ago and basically dusted off Phoenix, but that's not consistency. Whereas consistent that is
because Randall. This is what y'all didn't stop Curry.
What?
Y'all stopped Curry, bro.
Y'all stopped. We didn't.
No. Answer the question, Trey. Did y'all stop Curry, Trey?
He stopped him in game 1.
He dropped 32. Curry. That's stopping. That's stopping Curry. No, in the last game, he dropped 32. Is that stopping Curry? Because don't worry, I'll wait. If he dropped 32 points in a game 6, is that stopping? Don't sugarcoat. No.
I'm not sugarcoating. Remember, I'm not sugarcoating. What I'm saying is they didn't stop me. 32 points. No, stop it.
Hold on, Trey. Hold on, Trey. Hold on. Let me explain something. Let me explain something to y'all. Okay. This was game 6. Wiggins had 6 points with 28 minutes. Gary Payton Gary Payton in the second.
Wiggins was injured.
Okay, but 28 minutes. He still had 28 minutes. He had 6 points. Gary Payton, the second. 10 minutes, 4 points. Draymond Green, 24 minutes, 9 points. I'm gonna skip Steph. Klay Thompson, 38 minutes, 8 points. Devontae DiVincenzo, 26 minutes, 16 points. Kevin Looney, 26 minutes, 9 points. Jordan Poole, 23 minutes, 7 points. Steph Curry, 39 minutes, 32 points. Dude, y'all didn't stop Steph. The rest of the team didn't do their job.
We stopped the rest of the team.
No, that's not what you said. No, that's not what he said. No, what was it? No. Because we just guarded Curry, and y'all guarded him. Y'all didn't stop him. He had 32 points on 38 minutes. What did you do?
Let him chef. Hey, cook it up. You know what I'm saying? But he was in the kitchen doing everything. He was washing his dishes. He was washing his dishes.
So who failed?
He was chopping up his
He did everything. He was the chef.
Everything.
He was the chef.
He was the sous chef. He was the
failed the Warriors then? It wasn't Curry. It was every damn body else. And that's what I said. That's what I was saying. I was saying Curry couldn't do it by himself.
And all we gotta do is get Jokic. All we gotta do is get Jokic to do the same thing. Stop everybody else.
That is not just because he's Wayne. Just because he shot poor doesn't mean you stopped him. He still had 32 points. That's not stopping. Huh?
You know what? He can have 32 because the rest of the team.
But you're not. But that's the trade. If you had 32 points, is that stopping you?
No, I don't think so.
That's not stopping you. All you did is, he could shoot poorly. That's cool. He shot 4 for 14. Is that really slowing them down? What is he averaging, Trey? What is he averaging, Trey?
He averages what? 20.
So then, if he got over his average, that's not slowing him down.
Well, okay, I got you.
Yeah, that's not slowing down.
They did exactly what. Remember, we had that conversation. I was like, do you let this individual cook,
or do you try to contain him?
Emphasis on everybody,
right?
You put the emphasis on everybody else,
right?
Run it back. Hey, Jokic, Jokic. We can let Jokic, and we can probably even let Murray get off. We can't allow anyone else to, and we can't have a seat. We can't take a seat back and not do our thing. So that's what I look at it.
You're going to lose. Any team is going to lose by 40. Let's just think about what y'all saying, bro. You, Wayne, all y'all tripping. If you're going to lose by 40, if one person only got 32 points and the rest of the team, the next highest score is 16, half of what he made, just think about it. Okay, how bad did the Boston Celtics beat the brakes off of the Sixers last night?
25 points.
Thank you. And who was in digits for the Sixers? It damn so wasn't Harden. It damn so wasn't Embiid.
So what I mean? Figures.
Well, Embiid I think he hit 16, 19. 19.
Yeah,
19.
No, he was I think it was 16.
Was it 16? It wasn't.
Yeah, but the
thing of the matter is, like I said, they lost by just as many points. And Embiid, who was it? No, Tobias Harris had 19.
Yeah, it was Tobias Harris, and it was
Embiid had 15.
Yeah,
and Tyrese Maxey had 17. Look at all these. They have 4 people in double digits. 4 people in double digits, and they still lost by as much.
But if you look at the other side of the spectrum, Boston only had 3 people in double digits. It just so happened that one of them was
a bad man in Jason Tatum. He dropped 51. He carried the team. Jalen did his part, gave him 25, and then Malcolm Brogdon dropped 12. What up, Wayne? What up? AD the best.
That's the third person.
Don't stop.
The best defender in the league.
They drunk, bro. He is not. He is not.
Currently in this seat, the
he don't believe me. AD is the best. He is not.
He's the best defensive player left.
Is that saying anything?
Yes, that's saying a lot.
Let's see.
He's the best defensive player.
Hold on, let's see. You know what? I'm all about stats. Let's see if he's the best defender left.
He's the best defensive player.
Hold on, let's see. I don't
think about the teams that was left. Who's a better defender than AD?
Hold on. What's his Jokic?
Mm-hmm.
Because y'all saying is AD.
AD's the best defensive player left. It is.
No, bro. Well, we about to see. We about to see.
Wait, said Batman Robert that again. I'm just, I'm trying to. I get it. But like I said, the bubble season is reincarnated, and it might be reincarnation all the way through over the course of the next 8 games that need to be won by the winning team. Run it back. LA in 6 versus Denver, and then I reserve what my prediction is once they get to the championship. And I said that earlier, Coach Wayne, that he can guard.
Hold on. Let me.
He locked Steph up. He made Steph shoot a tough 3-pointer twice, multiple times.
Let me ask you this: what makes AD a better defender
than who?
Than Jokic?
Are you serious? Jokic can't guard. Can Jokic? Could Jokic guard Steph Curry?
Is that's not even a fair question?
It
But
is,
to answer my question,
if we put
everything Randall. Okay, movement. Okay, let's put it like this. For one, Jokic got him in rebounds by over 100. By over 100. Not in offensive rebounds, but rebounds period.
Well, that's
AD got him by 80. 80 got him by what is it? 16 or no, he got him by 23 offensive rebounds, about 24 in offensive rebounds. He ain't played 40. That ain't my fault. You act like that. And your point, that ain't got nothing to do nothing. Jokic has 87 steals. To Davis is 59.
It's a different. It's basically going to be a different.
To Davis is 59.
AD played less games than Jokic did.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. That ain't my fault. That is not my fault. Y'all bringing up stuff that ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm just saying, bro.
You know what? I relish it in this moment.
That's not my fault,
because
man.
all in the course of a year and a half, I've said things in which people have been on my head about. I am relishing in this moment because now here it is. Bishop is with the tomfoolery, and this is the outcome.
How am I with the tomfoolery? What is my tomfoolery, Trey? I'm listening. What is my tomfoolery? I'm listening.
AD is not a better player than Jokic. He is a better defensive player than Jokic. Clear and
in
cut.
What way? Because y'all still have yet to say no. Talking about moving your feet. Come on, bro. Like what in what way?
You can blow past Jokic.
I can blow past AD too.
No, you can't.
Oh yeah, he's not. You really think boy? Please, boy, stop. You want to know my 40 time, bro? What? I can blow past. Boy, stop.
You can blow past Jokic. You can beat Jokic to the basket. So that's the difference. But you're not beating AD to the basket.
I'm beating both of them. Court? Full court?
Half court.
Oh,
from the elbow. From the elbow.
I'm killing AD. I'm killing.
Rip through to the corner.
Hey, don't worry. I'll show you how I do it when I put it up on 2K. I'm gonna go up against it. Drug test this. Oh, now you want to drug test me? Now you want to drug test me, bro? I'm telling you. You know what? We're gonna see tomorrow because they got a matchup tomorrow. Let's see. AD when it's healthy is better than Joker. Boy, listen. I love me some AD. That's my kinfolk. I like AD. He's not doing. You know what? I ain't finna talk y'all to death. We'll see tomorrow.
LA in 6.
10 times, Calvin. 10 times. 10 times. I'm telling you now, 10 times. We saw it already. Like, AD had y'all questioning Joker's MVP. No, we didn't. No, I know you're not trying to. Snow, I know you're not trying to say AD should have been MVP. I know you're not saying that. We all knew Dallas wasn't making it, Wayne. Come on. Don't do Cal like that, man. We all knew Dallas wasn't going nowhere. I told y'all when Kyrie went over there, that he wasn't going nowhere.
It was over.
Yeah, they wasn't going nowhere. I knew they wasn't finna make it nowhere. They didn't fix the problem. All they added was more points.
Cal said we waited on y'all the food get cold. Well, y'all gonna be waiting. Y'all gonna be waiting, Coach Cal. Y'all might as well. Matter of fact, y'all might as well go ahead and order a whole other platter to celebrate us.
Man, we did not. We was not.
We watching the finals.
Man, y'all is what? So Y'all actually, how many? What's the series between you and y'all in the Nuggets? Yeah, regular season.
They own it.
Oh, huh?
I think they own it.
Oh, okay. Let me. Don't worry. Let me do my research. I'll find out, but I'm sure they do.
I think they own it. 2-2. Oh, they split it. I'm sorry.
Oh, they split it. They did split it. Okay.
Appreciate it, Coach. I was
we do
looking
know.
it up.
So we do know. So that tells you right there it's going 7. And who's got home court?
That's not telling you it's going 7.
That's not telling you it's going 7.
No,
okay.
That's not telling me.
Who's got home court? Who's got home court?
Denver has home court.
Bye Lakers. I'm gonna do my best impression of Dame Time. My best impression of Dame Time. They going home, man. They going home
in 6.
That's not it. It's going 5. Y'all got a lot of faith in these Lakers, bro. And a hurt Laker team at that. That's the problem. Y'all got a injury-prone Lakers.
Like I was saying earlier, I know
injury-prone Lakers.
I don't know where Wooten and Courtney at because now they
did Anthony Davis have a concussion? Didn't he get a concussion recently?
He left the game
with a concussion. With a concussion. Don't act no Lakers in 6. You better pray they get. I'm not praying for nobody's hurt. That's gonna happen. AD is going either to play run when in Denver. 40-year-old Brian Wilbur. I'm gonna tell y'all now. I don't have to pray for something like that. I would never pray for anything like that for someone to get hurt. What I'm telling you is,
you know what, Coach Wade?
Wait, what? Why am I seeing all this Lakers support? Was I not the only one
saying anything?
I'm still saying the Lakers ain't finna win. They still not finna.
He talking about everyone else. All of a sudden.
Oh yeah, it is a lot of Lakers. It is a lot of Laker love coming up on here. It wasn't none of this earlier in the season when they was trying to fight their way into the damn tournament. It wasn't none of these people around. Wasn't nobody saying nothing but Trey. Everybody else, Wayne and Trey. Wayne and Trey was the only one saying that. Now all of a sudden, boy, we finna do this. AD's the best defensive player. Everybody out the woodworks now all of a sudden. Get out of here, bro. Y'all some fair weather players, boy. Y'all some fair weather Laker fans, bro. Because none of this been saying this. Ain't none of y'all been saying this. Why do you believe in Denver so much? I'm gonna tell you. I believe in Denver. I'm gonna tell you why I believe in Denver, bro. Because they have the rated 2-time MVP. They have KCP. They have Murray. They have Porter. Bruh, I'm telling you, they're going to find ways to make it happen, man. I feel like they're going to find ways. And the thing is, like I was telling Trey, the thing about Jokic, he's a 2-3-headed monster, bro. He's averaging a triple-double a game, bro. He's just that dude. And I don't think I feel like you can do whatever you can. I feel like you can do whatever you possibly can to try and stop Jokic, but he gonna find other ways to make that team prosperous and get things done. I do. I just feel like that's who he is. We gonna see. You say against another dominant big, we gonna see. I really feel like the reason why the Suns lost that last game is because Ayton wasn't in the game. Would they still won it possibly? But I still feel like DeAndre Ayton would have been his presence would have changed some things in that game. In my opinion, Lakers got too much. Okay, firepower. Okay.
That's what I was saying earlier. I think LA is deeper in this. Going to be deeper in this series.
Okay, AD always cooks them. That's how he always cooks them, but they tied the series 2-2. That makes sense. Tell me how that worked.
Those games.
AD didn't play in
one of those games. He played one of those 4 games.
Right.
But yeah,
but he always cooked him. Out of one out of 4 games, but he always cooked him. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, they not a good defensive team.
Earlier, Haley is not this. That wasn't his last comment, but earlier he requested apology after the series is over.
Who requested an apology?
Haley. He's like,
apology from
when the apology is over. He wants an apology.
Apology of what?
stating that the Lakers were going to lose to Denver.
Oh well, let's see. Is the apology going to come back the same? When they lose? That's the question. Is the apology going to come back the same?
You trying to get everyone in this timeline and be like, and run it back like, oh no,
I want everybody.
Don't you run.
Matter of fact, when it happens, I want all y'all to go like this to the goal. I want y'all all to go like this because I'm the one that said Boston was gonna come out the East. I said Boston's gonna come out the East. I said that. Boston's gonna beat Miami. Oh yeah. Boston's gonna beat Miami. Boston, you know what? Mark the calendar. 10-11. May 15th. Boston's gonna win the NBA championship.
Against who?
Whoever Denver. Against Denver.
I think at this point, I think the champion is coming out the West. I believe it's the Lakers, but even if it's not, I think the championship comes out the West.
It ain't coming out the West. No, sir. It came out the West last year. It's coming out the East this time. It's coming out. It's East time. It's East Coast time. Let's go. Stand up. East Coast time.
So
you heard it here first. I'm riding with Boston. Man, that dude Tatum is the truth, man.
Tatum shows up for one game and he's a truth.
Oh my God! Now one game. Did he not show up in Game 6 too? When he was shot poorly? Yes, he did. When he shot poorly, he shot poorly. Thank you, and he came. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. You were saying? Okay. Yeah. Okay. He's that bad man. Jason. Okay. Boy, y'all. Woo, boy. Jokic would cook. Adebayo having not enough rocks in his backpack. Well, it don't matter. Adebayo's not even gonna be there. It don't matter. If Jokic won't even have a chance to cook Adebayo because Adebayo ain't gonna be there.
Jokic ain't gonna be there either.
Yeah, he is. Jokic's gonna be there. Jokic's gonna be there. Adebayo ain't gonna be there. So he gonna have to cook. He gonna have to try and cook. What's his name? Not Williams. Oh well, yeah, Williams or Al Horford. But I think Al give him some. You see how Al was playing defense on Embiid?
Bro, you're not gonna sit here and talk about that Horford is gonna lock up and is gonna lock up.
He just locked up the MVP. Did he not? Did he not just lock up the MVP?
Well,
the current MVP
is that for one, he shouldn't be the current MVP. That's first and foremost.
Oh my God! Here we go with this. Here we go. Who should be the MVP, Trey?
It should have been Jokic.
So y'all gonna beat the MVP though?
Yeah, we're gonna beat the MVP. It didn't make it. I'm just saying. Tell
me how that makes sense, Trey. Tell me how that makes sense.
So look at it. Like the MVP is a yearly seasonal award for the regular season. Jokic over the course of 82 games was a problem, and he did that. Embiid did too, but Jokic did as well, consistently. But what the difference lies in is when you have to play the same team potentially 7 times, that's an issue. There's no break in between that. Everyone is keyed in and locked in on the fact that we're playing this team 7 times. So you put together schemes and stuff like that and game plans to basically beat that team. That's what the difference is. It's a lot harder. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to when you look at it. Once you find a chink in the armor, you run back that chink. If the second game, if they don't fix it, then you continue to bang away at that chink, and then maybe it opens up to now you have an open wound, and they're hobbled, and that's what's going to happen. It's definitely without it's chess all day long now. So that's what I think the difference is. That's why I say yes, Jokic should have won the award, and secondly, he should. But secondly, I think the LA could beat him. No different than how Boston was able to come back from 3-1, or was it 3-2 to win the series because they found their chink. They realized that Embiid. Yeah, Embiid is not that dude. He won MVP. He won the seasonal award. He won that, but you know what I'm saying? He faded in a couple of the series, and then
you just gonna basically shit on Al Horford as though he didn't do nothing.
Well, what I'm saying is Al Horford, as someone said earlier, Al Horford is not AD.
What does that have to do with it? We're not talking about that. We talk about what Al Horford did against Embiid.
Embiid, yeah. And so what we talk about is we use like Al Horford would lock up.
Thank you, DeAndre, because that's exactly what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing. He's being real disrespectful.
I'm not saying
he's being real disrespectful.
I'm not saying Embiid didn't deserve the award. I'm just
yes, you are. If you saying it should have went, yes, you are. If you saying if it should have went to Jokic, you are saying he did deserve it.
I think that Jokic was more John Blaze than Embiid. That's all I'm saying.
So you saying he don't deserve it?
I'm not saying that Embiid wasn't John Blaze. I just think Jokic was more John Blaze than Embiid. That's all I'm saying for the New York people out there. I just think Jokic was more John Blaze than Embiid. That's it.
AD's better, be smart in the paint on defense. Jokic's about to hit him with the series of. I'm telling y'all, Jokic is. I'm telling y'all,
not going to work AD over like that. I don't see
in the paint. Oh my god,
anywhere.
What are you freaking kidding me, bro?
The only thing that Jokic would be able to do, which I don't think the LA is going to allow AD to fall for, is bring him out the paint. Because if you bring him out the paint, then you lose a rim presence. And as you stated earlier, Jokic is a passer. So that's what is not going to happen. Jokic is going to have to sit up and shoot the lights out the gym in order to get AD to come up out the paint, completely up out the paint. Besides that, there's going to be a lot of ball rotations. If not, it's going to be a lot of ball rotations to get the ball to feed him in the paint because he's going to be out. I'm very sure the Lakers are preparing for that and have a plan going forth to be able to guard Jokic at the line and be able to keep AD in the paint to be the rim protector.
I'm going to tell y'all like this, right? I'm going to jump on Trey's bandwagon on this portion. Jokic is finna show y'all why he should have won MVP this year against the Lakers. He's going to show y'all, for those of y'all who believe Jokic should have won MVP, he's finna show y'all against the Lakers on why he should have won MVP. Watch what I tell you. He's going to show why he was deserving of the MVP trophy. Watch. I'm telling y'all right now, that's what's going to happen. That is what's going to happen. Jokic is too, and you say that. You say they're not going to allow him to draw 80 out the paint. You're going to have to. He's going to have to. He's going to draw. They know, just like the Lakers know about Jokic, the Nuggets know about AD. They know they got to draw 80 out the paint. So what they're going to do is have Jokic sit up at the top of the key, top of the three-point line, behind the free throw, and sit there and have either AD gonna come out or Jokic's gonna start dropping threes. And that's not what you want. That's not what you want. As soon as AD come out that paint and he hit around the free throw line, that's when Jokic's gonna start dropping dimes. And now LeBron has to guard one person. Who he's got? KCP, Jamal Murray. Who we gonna crawl? Not Crawford, but what's his name? Yeah. Who we gonna guard? Michael Porter Jr. or is he gonna be Gordon? I'm about to say who? Shooter guarding Murray? I hope not. I hope not.
I hope it was LeBron guarding Murray.
I hope not. I hope Shooter is going.
Don't disrespect Shooter like that.
Shooter is not finna hold down Jamal Murray. You know that.
He don't need to hold him down. He just needs to slow him down. That's it. What you can't allow, like I said, you can't allow. We can maybe do with two of them getting off. You can't allow everyone else to. There's no way. I don't see it. If the Lakers are playing effectively.
And what's getting off, Trey? Let me hear your definition of getting off, because you like to play on terms. You say it's about wordplay. Yes, like wordplay. So what is your definition of going off?
Both of them going for 20, 25 plus. You can allow that. I mean, we can't allow like a 50 and 25. Like that's what we can't allow. We can't allow 50 and 25 because Tatum went for 51.
Brown hit 25.
Went for 25, and then who was it? Brogdon went for 12.
Right.
We can't have that if we're not going for 20 plus in our four.
Well, that's the thing. So this is my thing, right? You saying that, but no one on Denver is a 50-point player like that. No one like Tatum did that.
Murray
yeah, but Tatum did. Jason Tatum did the same thing last year against He hit 46 in Game 7 to send them to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. So this ain't nothing new for Jason Tatum. When I seen what he was doing, how he was knocking them shots down in the first half, I said, "Oh, I think Stephen A said he gonna end up with 43." I said, "Nope." As soon as I heard Steven say he gonna end up with 4, I said, "No, he gonna end up with more than that," because he was hitting on everything.
He said smaller players are always getting picked at AD.
Contested, like he was still knocking stuff. Jason Tatum was still knocking stuff down contested. I knew he was going over.
Oh, yeah, he was in that eyes.
He was in the he was cooking. And that's just the thing. I can see Gordon rotating over to guard AD at times. Draymond managed to guard AD at times, so smaller defenders aren't always getting cooked at AD's barbecue pit. Okay. We gonna see, man. I can't wait. Game 1 tomorrow. Let's go. Game 1 tomorrow. Game 1 tomorrow for the Lakers. Game 1 Wednesday for the Celtics and the Heat. I already told y'all. Celtics and Nuggets finals. The problem with that is, where does Joker guard? What do you mean? Where does he guard? He's gonna guard AD. He has to guard AD. He's gonna have to guard AD without question in the paint when Bron plays bully ball. I'm telling you, Bron think he finna go in there and bully a bunch of people or whatever. We'll see. Bron gonna get his. Just like y'all saying about stopping Jokic. Let Bron get his. You just worry about everybody else. Let Bron get his. Worry about everybody else. Slow everybody else down. Same concept. Same concept y'all got for Denver. Same concept is for the Lakers. Let LeBron do his thing. He old, knees getting wore out, legs. He ain't got the leap in his leg. Let him do his stuff. Let LeBron do LeBron. You know, this is the new scoring champion now. Most points scored in an NBA career, but lost that game. Let LeBron do his thing. Good luck. Okay.
That's
he can chunk him.
We gotta sit and watch out for LeBron.
Yeah. Let him chunk him, because he sure ain't hitting them on anything. Let him chunk him. He can chunk him all day.
So currently, we sit at 3 coaches currently sitting that were head coaches during the regular season and have been fired. Of course, that's Mike Budenholzer.
You knew Phoenix was getting firing head coach.
Nick Nurse, Monty Williams, and of course, even though he's probably not even an afterthought, Steve Nash. Those 4 coaches, which have been fired.
And is Doc Rivers on the chopping block? Is Doc on the chopping block? Is Doc on the chopping block? A lot of people in question. Is Doc on the chopping block? I say no. In my personal opinion, I don't feel like that's Doc's fault. When you got your so-called MVP and then you got one of the reigning triple-double threats on your squad who can't even get no more. He was 0 for 6. 0 for 6 in all 7 games in the fourth quarter. James Harden, 0 for 6 in all 4 games. I mean, all 7 games, 0 for 6. He didn't hit one shot in the fourth quarter in that whole series. Not one shot.
How many years does Doc have left on his contract? I think that's going to determine if Doc makes it.
Oh, I don't know. The Coach of the Year award is a curse. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Wayne. A lot of people wondering, is Doc on the chopping block? Like, I don't know. Some people are saying.
Doc has 2 more years remaining on his contract. He might not make it to that 2025. Or he might.
On his contract? He got 2 more years on his contract?
He got 8 million. He has 16 million remaining on his contract. He might make it. He might make it to the more 2 years.
I don't like Doc was sick. Like, you could see in his face yesterday. Like, Doc was like, what are y'all doing? Like, he was running out of timeouts. He was like, he'd call a timeout Go right back out. He called a timeout. Go right back out like he ain't ever called a timeout. The Boston we just kept going. He's like, "Oh, y'all timeout. Come on, let's finish where we left off." Walk up. I'm like, what did y'all talk about tomorrow? Doc answered the problem in the press conference. He said a lot of what Boston did to win was in the second half. It's called adjustment. Doc needed to make a move strategically because his anticipated stars had folded. It's not an easy thing, I will say. Facts. They talked about Embiid walking up the court. I would trade
James Harden ASAP. Well, they ain't got to trade him. James Harden is his option.
He's free agent.
Not yet. He's a player option. He can even pick up.
This is second year, ain't it? It's his second year.
Yeah, but he only signed 2 years from the last.
Right, that's what's up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's his second year, but he has a player option in this year, so he can decide if he's going to play for Philly or if he's going to decide to become a free agent.
Ain't nobody want James. Don't nobody want James after that. Ain't nobody want James after that. James is on about as bad of a decline is Harden. I mean, as Westbrook. Don't nobody want James after that. Please tell what move Doc could have done. Your stats got to be stars in the playoffs. I'm sorry. Facts. Doc, that's what I said. Doc couldn't do nothing. Like I said, when he called a timeout, it was like they didn't even call a timeout. Like, what did they talk about during the timeout? What they was going to eat for dinner? Like, they knew they was going home, so they was like, so what we going to eat? Where we going to eat? I mean,
Cancun on 3.
Yeah. Can we?
Cancun on
3. They in the huddle talking about, hey, can we go ahead and decide where we going to eat? Because this game over. Can we decide right now? Tobias is not consistent. They better get something good for Harden. They not going. What can you get good for Harden when he ain't playing well? What possibly could you get for Harden?
They don't have to. Technically, they don't have to get anything from Harden. He's his player option. So Harden could walk away. Now,
did you hear that?
Walk away too. They think he's going back to Houston.
Yeah, I heard him talking about that today too. Did you hear about what they said? It's rumored. It's rumored that Embiid reached out to Dame to ask him to join him and Harden over.
Do that. You see Dame's reaction when Embiid threw everyone else under the bus. Dame was like, "Huh? Like, bro, get the man, stop playing with me."
I'm just saying that's somewhat what the word on the street was, that Dame or that Embiid was like, "Yo, come team up with me and Harden. We need help."
Well, I don't think it would be Harden. I think Harden is going to leave, and I think it would.
Harden can't leave
at this point. Like I was saying earlier, it's what's going to have. This is going to be the most interesting year to see how people put together their teams. I'm very sure people are going to try to do what Rob Pelinka did with the Lakers roster and make them better. And
of course,
I'm open to see who's going to be able to answer that call and make the team better.
I don't think nobody's going to want Harden, so I feel like Harden is going to stay where he is. I really don't think anybody's wanting Harden. He hasn't shown any upside. No one's. I don't feel like no one's going to be looking for Harden, bro.
I mean, no one. Depends. Like, so you gotta think. It depends on with these coaches. We talk about where they go, if anywhere, or who's. So basically, it's going to be a carousel. Phoenix is without a coach.
Yeah, they fired
the owner. Ishiba is going to basically get who he wants. So Phoenix is going to be without coach. So we might be Budenholzer. He might be coming over to Phoenix. I don't know. You got to think Nick Nurse is available. As I said before,
but then whatchamacall's about to start up. What do you call it? The NBA draft lottery is about to hit up soon too. So
so a couple of
coaches gonna have to be in.
Today?
Is it tomorrow? It's I don't know. It's coming up soon. I gotta look again. Let me see. I'll tell you. Hold on. I'll tell you.
So yeah,
because I just saw so they're gonna have to pick these coaches up soon before the draft lottery. 2020-23.
I don't know. I don't know who was guarding Tatum. I think.
It is tomorrow. Yeah,
it's tomorrow. It was to determine who the lottery is. So maybe.
Yeah, it is tomorrow.
Tatum yesterday.
Everybody, they double teamed him at one point.
Yeah, they was double teaming.
They had put a double team. Yeah, they had double teamed him at one point. Everybody, they had a little bit of everybody trying to get at him at one. But when they seen he wasn't missing, it was kind of like, who do we put on him next? Like he was cooking everybody. He was cooking everybody. There was no stopping Tatum. He was in his bag.
Currently,
no stopping this dude. He was so in his bag yesterday. Like,
yeah, he
that was
at that point they said everyone. That's what Jaylen Brown said. You got to get out the way and let him cook. It's like everyone just get out of his way, and that's exactly what he did. I mean,
that's it, bro. But Jalen did his part though. Jalen did.
Well, Jalen and Malcolm was supplementary, but everyone else basically sat back and let it go. It was like, oh shoot, well, go get yours. And he kept on and kept on and kept on. And when he outscored the whole team, when he outscored the whole team in the third. Yeah, at that point, it was over. So it's like,
bro, he was so in his bag. Like, what? Like, when somebody's in the zone like that, bro. When a person is in the zone like that, like this is that zone face, bro. When you in the zone, and this is that face you get. When you in the zone, bro, you in the zone. There's nothing you can do. He's in the zone, bro. Like what's his name? On White Man Can't Jump. I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone, man. I'm in the zone. He was in the zone. There's nothing you can do.
Speaking of that, White Man Can Jump.
This Friday,
the newest version comes out on Hulu on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. So checked out Air. Matter of fact, I checked out Air this weekend.
I didn't check it out yet. I saw some. My family was watching it yesterday. Yeah, I saw it. In NBA history. Harden 3-11 ass should be stuck for defense and let Maxey cook. Maxey couldn't do nothing yesterday. Maxey couldn't.
He was just in his zone.
He was just in his zone, bro. Maxey couldn't do nothing yesterday either.
So
Maxey tried.
You know what else is cooking? Who else is cooking right now?
Who? Here we go with the nonsense.
Ja Morant's career.
Just fool. Boy, you just like you. Are you stuck on stupid, bro? Like for real, like. What are you like? Seriously, bro. Like, what are you doing? Bro? Like, what are you thinking? You already got suspended once. Why would you go out and do the exact same? Now, don't mind you. Don't get me wrong. His friend was a dumbass because it wasn't him that did it. It was his friend that put him on live. So, it is what it is. But
what's good, Mr. Richardson? How you doing, brother? Glad you have information with us this morning. Yeah, that. I don't know what to say for Ja, man. And I was in a chat group and I see where someone was like basically stated that that Ja was
that's a bad man.
That the father was failing. And so someone had to point out
that is what that what
is a grown that T Morant was failing him. It's like at this point, Ja is a grown man. It's like you can't.
You can't control that. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. He's an adult. You don't control anything of what Ja does, man. You can try your best, but when it's all said and done, ain't nothing you can do about that, bro. Like, it is what it is. I just feel sorry. I just hope he figures it out, bro, before it's too late. And he be out the league. Because some people saying he should be out the league.
I don't think he should be out the league. I don't think
some people want him suspended for the whole season on this upcoming season, though.
Yeah, I don't even think that's feasible to sit up and have him sit for the whole season. But something has to be done. From what I was looking at with the conversation, because Adam Silver spoke about and talked about what kind of like without giving out, but kind of like giving the information about talking about how they discussed and how they when they had their meeting. So that's why I think now the situation is going to be that he's going to definitely going to have a lengthy punishment
suspension
for the most part. Yeah, suspension is going to come down. Now, do you think is that? Let's go back into the whole mental behavior aspect of this. Do you think he's really suffering from some type of mental lapses?
No,
or do you think it's just a culture thing?
I think it's a culture thing. I think it's just Ja just needs to grow up, man. I feel like he just needs to grow up. His last name is Morant, not Wick. Because that's what they keep calling him, Ja Wick. I think his name, I just think he needs to grow up, man. He's very immature. He's doing foolish things, and he just, he needs to learn, man. He's a phenomenal player. Yeah, you know what he needs? You know what he needs? A mentor. You need somebody to build.
You don't think he had that?
Name who is it? Because most people you know who have mentors, you hear about them.
So I would think
he needs a mentor. But the thing is, but this is the thing, right? He needs a mentor, but I don't think John would accept a mentor. I think I think John thinks he's too big for the game. Like somebody said, I think it was Kendrick Perkins, KP, said today, he was like, John Morant thinks the NBA needs him. And it's not. They don't need him. The NBA don't need John Morant. They don't need him. There's too many other players. Yes, he's a good player. Yes, he's a high flyer. Yes, he puts butts in the seats.
They're not coming to see Otis. I'm just saying, they're not coming to see Otis.
They coming to see you. You're right. They coming to see Jokic. They coming to see LeBron. They coming to see Tatum, and they coming to see Butler. That's who they coming to see. Ja's not the only high flyer in the game, bro. He's not. He's not the most. He's not the only athletic NBA player in the league, bro. He's not. That's not. It's not. No, Ja's no. They don't need Ja. They do not need this guy here. They don't need him. They don't need him.
Ja is Eddie Kane.
No, he is not Eddie Kane Jr. No, he's not.
No. Eddie Kane Jr.
Dying. No, he's not Eddie Kane.
Before the drugs, Eddie Kane.
Oh, I hate to use Charleston White, but he made a good point in this 30-minute video. Crazy time. Like, you never see a big time drug dealers acting like this. They try to act. No, it's the guys that never really work. That part, Chris Brown, Ja, Weezy, that wait until they get the bag to act like facts. Straight facts, bro. Straight facts. I just don't. I just don't. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know why people feel the need to want to act out and show they hard or that they gangster, pulling up on, like, why? No, that is illegal. Depending on where he was, that was illegal. Depending on where he was at with that gun, it is illegal.
So in the aspect of in the court of law, it might not have been legal, but however,
it depends on where it was, where he was. This is what they doing to him, man. This is
what the internet is undefeated. So,
boy, you know that,
but it's against
NBA policy. NBA policy, right? NBA rules.
That's where the legality portion comes out for his organization. Because that's
NBA rules.
From, what I'm saying, if any of us during our time while we in uniform, we on Instagram and we acting like guns have been stored in vehicles.
Guns have been stored in vehicles. Yeah, they have, but they're like Trey say, it's not about that. It's the fact that it's against NBA rules and regulations for him to do.
It wasn't on NBA property, correct? But still,
it don't have to.
Think about it.
He's a representation of the NBA.
Yeah.
Once you sign that contract, you are a representation of that league. It's a private organization.
It starts to hurt the brand.
Right, it's a private organization.
Yes. So you have to take that in consideration. So there's going to be that's hence the reason why. Think about it. They don't have a gun rule. However, they have detrimental to the league rules and policies. That's going to be a catch-all. No different from 4856 that has what was that term that would be on there, like just in general, like that's basically what it's gonna come on down to. So that's where they're gonna catch him when they catch 56. Because if it wasn't the case, then he wouldn't have got suspended by his team if that was the case. So it's damaging to the brand, and that's where that's where he's gonna be caught up at.
Facts, straight facts.
Public opinion is not gonna sway that. It's a business.
Straight facts.
So yes, he used freedom as Kyrie used. He got punished because of the brand. Correct. Yes, that point. Good point, Coach Cal. So
that part. Thanks, Cal. Thank you for explaining it even better. That right there. Freedom of speech. We have freedom of speech, but however, because of the choice words in which he used, he got punished anyway. Thank you.
and it
He's
might
an
not
employee,
even necessarily
regardless of
be
where
a
he is.
punishment. Yeah, it might
That's
not
right.
even be necessarily a punishment, but in the face of, you know, saying he's not. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. It's a real unfortunate situation.
It is.
And like everyone say,
And like Trey
hopefully
said, when we in the uniform, those of us that's been in the military, been in uniform, we know UCMJ, Article 15, all of that is a different animal to us that's are in uniform compared to regular state and government laws. They're different. There's certain things we can't do in uniform or out of uniform because we're part of the United States Armed Forces. Same applies. Same applies. It's no different.
And this part in which basically he said that was what in which Alvin Silver talked about, to where he said they have a conversation with one another, and it was like the message that's being sent, you know, saying to those that are impressionable per Ja Morant. And don't want
I totally agree with Wooten. Stop saying lead that man. No, he's in representation of black young men. There, you know, which a lot of people may fail to realize, there's a lot of young kids looking up to Ja because he's young, he's athletic, he has that swag about him. So a lot of kids look up to him. So these kids seeing him on these social media sites, I think this was on TikTok, doing that, they gonna think it's okay for them to do it. That's not okay, bro. That's not a good look. That's not a good look whatsoever.
It's going to be ongoing, of course, and we all have to, like, I agree with you, Andre. Snow, I got you, bro. I agree. There's platforms in which you control and you dictate where, you know, everyone has free will and free domain over their own body and over their own actions and everything like that, to follow or engage or watch what it is. And it's just.
But I understand what he's saying. I get what you're saying, Snow. You as a parent do have the ability to choose what you or your kids watch, except for when they're not in your presence. When they're at school, you can't control that. When they with their friends, you can't control that, because some other parents may be allowing their kids to watch social media platforms. And if your child is a friend with that other child, you think he ain't gonna see it? You can only control so much, Snow. You can only control so much. You can control what you can control within your presence. Once they are out of your presence, you can't control anything. You can just hope that they do what's right.
It goes what you said, and I've been instilled in them. So
that part.
So a little switch, because I know this is going to be an ongoing topic until, of course, it comes to some resolve.
Until we find out what's
there's probably going to be some more to come out. Bishop last week, Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, what time is it? And the owners of the platforms have control over how they want it to operate. They don't have to be dumb like facts, Cal. Straight facts. No celebrity should have more influence over the parent, in my opinion. The lessons the parent teaches should supersede that over a celebrity. I absolutely agree with you, Snow. However, when you have a student athlete in your household, yes, you would prefer for them to look up to their parents. But some of these kids don't have student athletes don't have parents who were student athletes when they were coming up. So they look toward future or current NBA stars, NFL players, tennis players, whatever sport they're in. They look up to those individuals. And so when you have someone like Ja Morant who's doing stuff like this, who some of these kids may look up to, it is what it is. You can always look up to your parents, but you always want somebody. Sometimes, I don't want to say always, but sometimes you also want a person who's
bigger than life to you,
bigger than your parents. That part, that's bigger than life. You know what I'm saying? That's bigger than life. But go ahead, Trey. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, as we, because like I said, we're going to be back on this topic. I'm sure tomorrow something's going to come out in reference to it because it came out. So it's going to be more to follow, I'm sure, in which we will talk about. We'll definitely engage it and continue, as you know, saying it starts to go away from the whole sports aspect, and it starts to go into some other things. So of course we're going to talk about that. But going, you know, saying a couple of minutes, 15 minutes left. The schedule came out on Thursday.
Bishop. I tagged you, sir. I made sure I tagged you, sir. I tagged you,
December 3rd.
Yes, sir. I tagged you, sir. I sure tagged you, sir. I sure did.
I see.
I sure did, sir. I tagged you. I needed
the
this.
schedule came. The schedule came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Schedule release. Was there anything? Per now that you see how the dominoes lie now, do you stick to the original the original prediction of Philadelphia, or do you have it changed a little now when you see
No.
it's going to be this person?
No, we good. I think actually let me look at it again, but I want to say it might I might even hold on it might have to even I have to even change it up. It might be better than what I expected. You know what I'm saying? Schedule. Let me see.
This is right here.
Let me see.
We can simply go through it. New England game 1.
Preseason. That's our first game.
No, that's our first game. New England game 1. Week 1.
Because we got 3 preseason games. Oh yeah, we'll beat New England.
So you said
beat New England.
Minnesota.
We're at home. We'll beat Minnesota, and we're at home. Yeah, so we'll beat Minnesota. We'll beat Tampa Bay on the road. We definitely got the Commanders at home. The Rams, we playing on the road. That might be a L. It all depend on the QB over there, but that might possibly be our first L. The Jets definitely beating them. The Dolphins at home, absolutely. The Commanders.
Wait, hold on. You're beating the Jets? Definitely beating Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, we beating the Jets. What?
In MetLife Stadium?
Yes. We beating the Jets in New Jersey. Yes, we beating the Jets.
Okay.
Beating the Dolphins at home. We're going to Washington Commanders. We beat them again. Definitely beating the Cowboys at home. The Chiefs. This game, they're going to Arrowhead. This is possibly a good matchup again because this is, of course, the Super Bowl matchup. But we want redemption, so I feel like it's going to be a hard win. But we're going to try and get that win against the Chiefs.
So you're going to say that
because it's close. We're going to beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead. That's a payback game. Come on, it's a payback game. We're going to beat Buffalo
too.
I know it's gonna be a hard one. If we could possibly lose that one, I ain't gonna lie.
Monday night.
I know we could possibly lose that one. I ain't gonna
lie. A bye.
I got that. Off of who's bye? They bye.
Off of y'all coming off.
We got a bye. Yeah, we sure do. Oh, that's even better. We're gonna be good. Yeah, we're gonna be good.
Y'all going through a gauntlet, bro. Y'all finna hit. Y'all gotta go to Kansas. Oh, y'all coming off a bye. First, let's run this back for a second. First, week 9, y'all play Dallas Cowboys in Lincoln Financial. At home.
That part.
Then y'all going to bye. Then y'all finna run through a gauntlet. You got Kansas City in Kansas Arrowhead. City.
Right, but then we got Buffalo at home.
And then San Francisco at home. And then Dallas at the back in the stadium. Y'all.
Right. We might lose to Kansas City. We're gonna beat Buffalo. We're gonna beat the 49ers at home. The Cowboys might get this win. Maybe it all depends. I don't know. We got to see. We beat Seattle. We beat the Giants at home. We beat the Cardinals at home, and then we go to the Giants and beat them on their own turf. We may lose 2 games.
Between
2 to 3 possible. 2 to 3
possible. Between week 9 and week 14, you say y'all going 3-2.
3 and 2.
Between week 9 and week 14, you say y'all going. Oh, correction, 4-2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Week 9. What is week 9? The Cowboys.
Week 9 is the Cowboys. You say y'all.
Okay, so we win 1. Win. We may lose that one in the Chiefs. Win. May lose that one too. Dallas at home. So 1, 2, 3 wins. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 and 3. Yeah.
And then you say you're gonna run the table the rest of the season.
Yeah, only people we got to worry about is the Kansas City Chiefs. Maybe Dallas at home.
I think that whole gauntlet I think that's the hardest part of your schedule is week 9 through week 14. Dallas twice, San Francisco, Buffalo, and Kansas City. I think they're gonna mess up. That's a gauntlet. And I think that's where y'all gonna run into your problems.
So you saying we putting we coming out of that week what? What's the record?
2-3. Wait,
2 and
1, 2,
no.
3, 4, 5. 2-3. That because one of those weeks is a bye. So I think y'all gonna split.
I thought we coming out the bye. What are you talking about? The Eagles against the Chiefs? It's 8 games right there.
No, I'm talking about between week 9 to 14 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games because it's a bye in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it's 5 games. So week 9 is Cowboys. Week 10 y'all have a bye. Week 11 y'all play Kansas City. Week 12 y'all play Buffalo. Week 13 y'all play San Fran, and week 15 y'all play Dallas. So that's 6 weeks.
Then what about the other 4 weeks though?
Yeah, y'all might run the table on those 4. I'm not going.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you just talking about those 4.
I'm just talking about those. Yeah,
5.
So
those 5.
That,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So those 5.
And we say what?
5 games.
And you say we gonna
2 and 3.
And who's the 2 we gonna lose? Who's the 2 we gonna win?
What's the 2 we gonna lose? I think the 2 might be Buffalo and Buffalo and 1 Dallas game. San Francisco and 1 Dallas game might be y'all 2 wins.
So we're gonna lose at Kansas City, and we're gonna lose at one of the Dallas games.
1 Dallas game, Kansas City and Buffalo is gonna be your losses in that.
We're gonna lose to Buffalo at home.
Y'all gonna lose to Buffalo. I don't think y'all gonna beat. I don't think y'all gonna beat San Francisco and Buffalo back to back. Whoever y'all lose to, whoever y'all win. If you beat Buffalo, if you beat Buffalo, you're not gonna beat San Francisco. If you lose to Buffalo, then you're probably gonna come running back and beat San Francisco the next game. I don't think y'all gonna win a back-to-back. I don't think y'all gonna win back-to-back in that gauntlet of a game. You're bookending Dallas, and then in between that booking, you got Kansas City, Buffalo, and San Francisco, all division champions from the previous year, and except for Buffalo, 2 of the 3 were conference championship participants. One being the Super Bowl champion, the other one being the person who played against in your own conference championship. I think that's just going to be a little bit hard. Like I said, those 3. I mean, I think it's 2 there. I honestly think y'all gonna split one with the Commanders. I think y'all can get. I think y'all can
real disrespectful.
I think y'all can get the Los Angeles, so I'm not even going to hold you there. Minnesota, I think it's not going to be an easy game for y'all either.
Oh my God, this dude here, bro.
So I would give y'all for the year. I think y'all 13-4. I'll give y'all 13-4.
I'll take that. I'll take 13-4. That's definitely an NFC championship game. That's putting us right there. I'll take it.
That's not an NFC championship game. That's just.
Oh yeah, that's putting us there at the NFC championship game. That is putting us in
13-4. Is just making sure y'all guarantee y'all to go to the playoffs. It's not. That's not an NFC.
That's putting us in the NFC championship game. We will be in the NFC championship game. At 13-4, we'll be at the NFC championship game without question.
Playoffs with 13-4. Y'all got to be in the NFC championship. I'm not saying that.
Who's going to knock us off? Who's going to knock us off from the NFC championship game?
We don't even know who's in the playoffs yet. I'm just saying, based off that, 13-4 will guarantee y'all a playoff berth.
Absolutely, Calvin.
It might even guarantee y'all to be the first team in as many years. I mean, in plenty of years to be a back-to-back NFC East.
Appreciate you, Wayne.
Player. I mean, champion. But
we
going
Dallas
back to a slouch, and I think Washington might have something to say this year too.
Who's their quarterback? Yeah, that part. That part, bro. That part. I don't even know, but that's the thing. That's that part. That part, bro.
From last year.
That part. Let's see what y'all schedule. Let me see. Let me look at y'all schedule. The Bears, the Seahawks. Oh, y'all got an easy damn schedule. If y'all don't run the table, I don't know what else to. Y'all could go undefeated for the first 1, 2,
bro. It's different.
3. So who are y'all playing? Y'all got the Bears. Y'all got the Seahawks. Y'all got the Broncos. Then y'all play somebody, the Rams. Then y'all got the Panthers. Then y'all got the Falcons. Then y'all play somebody again, the Chiefs. Then y'all got the Rams again. Y'all got the Chargers. Then y'all got the Cardinals, the Saints, the Dolphins, the Bucks, the Seahawks, the Commanders, the Raiders. Come on, bro. Y'all should run the table.
No.
Y'all should run the table. What
So
y'all got to eat? Let me see. Let me see y'all strength.
We got to retool, but we got to retool Baltimore Ravens game.
Oh my god, bro!
We have a retool Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, here we go.
We got Cincinnati. You got Cincinnati, who has one of the best receiving corps in the game. We got Jacksonville, so that's not a slouch. As well as Cleveland may not be a slouch.
Now they not a slouch. Now they not a slouch.
The Chargers. That's not just a pushover. Come on. Oh well, no, we don't. The Chargers. That's a preseason game. So yeah, Pittsburgh. We might get Pittsburgh. We might end up splitting with Los Angeles. The Giants, I think we'll get. I think we're going to sweep the Cardinals. The Cowboys game, being that it's in Levi Stadium, I think we can get that. Cleveland at week 6, I think we'll be able to take care of Cleveland at week 6. Depending on Minnesota might be a problem for us having to go to Minnesota after coming from Cleveland. Cincinnati is not going to be an easy game. We could potentially lose that one. Jacksonville.
Wait a minute. What?
Tampa Bay, we should get. Seattle, we should get. Philly, it might not be an easy game for us. We might split with Seattle. It might not be. We might split. We might go 4-2. We're gonna go 4-2 into the division, which will give us a division championship. And then we got Baltimore and Washington. We're gonna take care.
I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm looking at last year's schedule for y'all. That's why I was. Hold on, I looked at the wrong schedule. Hold on. That's why.
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is the first game.
Hold on, let me look. Yeah, let me look at y'all schedule because I looked at the wrong schedule. That was last year's schedule. That's why y'all ran the table.
And that's a true fact. That is true, Cal. Coach Cal it might be different, but we got Wilkes is in as a defensive coordinator, so he's not bad.
Let me see. So y'all first game is. Wait a minute. What y'all? The Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all probably the Rams. Y'all gonna beat the Giants, the Cardinals. Y'all beat the Cardinals. Then y'all got the Cowboys. Then y'all got the Browns. Y'all got the Vikings, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Jaguars, the Bucks, the Seahawks, the Eagles, the Seahawks, the Cardinals, the Ravens, the Commanders. Okay. All right.
I'll give us 12-5.
12-5?
12-5, yep.
See, 1. Y'all went that 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 5-2, 6-2, 6-3, 7-3, 8-3, 8-4, 9-4, 10-4. 10-5, 11-5, and then Rams 12-5. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. That's fair. 12-5 is safe. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, 12-5. That's fair. That's safe.
And that's based on that's like we're blind because we don't know. I don't know who's going to be at the helm. We don't know, any of that type of stuff. So 12-5, and that's based off. We like Coach Cal said, D'Amico Ryans is gone. We're coming in the second year under checking the new offense. We don't know who's going to be at the helm. We don't have the safety net that we had in Jimmy Garoppolo, but we do have a full season with Christian McCaffrey to game plan. So it's a bunch of stuff that could potentially go on.
That ain't gonna happen. Especially the Tom Brady thing. Tom Brady gone. He's not coming back. That's it. He's done. Tom Brady ain't coming back. He focusing on other thing. I think he's trying to buy a franchise right now. What I hear.
Yeah, he's become a part owner with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Something like that. Yeah, I know. I saw it.
The Raiders.
Mm-hmm. Oh, just so for y'all that don't know, for those people that follow this right here, you know what I'm saying? I got, Yes. College World Series softball women's ranked number one, 51-1. 51-1. The Oklahoma Sooners top out at number 1 as the bracket came out last night, letting all the ladies know where they stood. Let's see, where's USC? Oh, UCLA is at number 2. USC. Oh, I'm looking for them. Well, they're not ranked because I don't see there's all they have all the teams that's pretty much ranked. USC. I do not see. Ooh, help me out, Trey. Do you see them?
No, you can catch our women next week in the NCAA tournament.
NCAA tournament for what?
Next year in the women's NCAA tournament.
Oh, y'all got LeBron. I heard y'all got Bronny.
No, I'm talking about the women. We got Judy.
Oh. I heard y'all got.
Well, yes, we do have Bronny. We have Bronny. We have Rodman's son who's going to transfer. We picked up commitments from another top guard and for we good. We're good.
So y'all didn't make the cut, huh? Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, y'all didn't make the cut.
But I noticed you ain't put up anything in reference to Oklahoma Sooners, Brent Venables, and the football. I noticed that's not anything.
Ain't nothing to put up yet.
Even when it starts, it's not going to be anything to put.
Oh yeah, we gonna be in the top.
Texas maybe.
What? We're gonna be in the top 25.
No. There's no way in hell y'all gonna be in the top 25 starting out, even in the preseason.
Mark. Y'all make sure all y'all watching. Timestamp it. 11:01. Trey said we weren't gonna be in the top. We are going to be in the top 25 in preseason.
Bruh, stop playing. There's no way.
Okay.
I don't know what you did.
No, they not. No, they not, Calvin. No, they not. No, they not. No, they not. No, they not.
I don't know what you did yesterday to celebrate Mother's Day, but it must have been some good stuff.
Yeah, no, I watched the bracket build of the women's college or world softball. I watched that because I knew we was gonna be in it.
In case
didn't see USC in there though.
No, they're not. That's not.
Okay.
That's not our forte. We do track. We do volleyball. We do basketball. We do football.
Basketball.
Women's basketball is over.
Women.
We do well in track. We do well in women's volleyball.
That's about it.
And a couple of
y'all don't do well in men's baseball. Y'all don't do well in women's softball. Y'all don't do well in gymnastics. Y'all don't do well in
gymnastics.
I didn't do well enough to beat us. Don't worry about our weight. Little Romeo play for you.
He did at one point. He did,
and his daddy did too. Big Romeo.
We had a couple of people play for us. Puff Daddy's son played for us.
Big Romeo played too. Oh my God.
It's just in case y'all didn't miss it, y'all know the NBA Military Basketball Association it's just a couple of weeks from having their event in Wichita.
That's next weekend. Ain't a couple of weeks. That's next weekend.
Yeah, next week. Yeah, next weekend. As they'll be there. So of course you see the ticker. What the rankings were. If y'all been following already, they already posted and put their pool play out. So you can go to the NBA Facebook page or the website to catch who the seeds or what the who is playing who in those games. So of course it's going to be an event to behold as we get ready to see the NBA crown their champion for the year, and then after that going into the 2023 AAU men's and women's basketball battle of the crest to see those top teams that face off against anyone, all with a slight bit of restrictions, but for the most part, an open tournament, so you can link up with your mans in them and go for what y'all know. So it should be a pretty good event. Be sure to tap in and get with even T. Morris, Mike Richardson, Wayne Walcott, or Colton St. Cyr. So that way you can find out. Correct that too. Coach Kyle is saying got two, Bavaria and Baumholder pulling up to face off and to put their name in the hat for the primacy in NBA military basketball dominance So it should be a hell of an event. Of course, we still been talking about traveling well. Of course, key factors in which you got Tinker as well as Fort Riley that are in the vicinity. Will they pull up? Saying in droves, filling up the buildings, being able to catch that. So of course, it's going to be a sight to behold, and then continue on into more in military basketball. So a lot to be seen, a lot to be heard. Tap in, and we'll talk about it. We're trying to be there. I don't know, some things, a couple things changing. So of course, I'll report that later on. But in any case, we greatly appreciate y'all rocking with us this morning. Be sure y'all know tomorrow, Tuesday, Lakers and Denver, game 1 is going down. So until then, hold those comments. We'll talk about it more. Do y'all research so y'all have some valid points to make as opposed to some of the ones that was made today. Actually, that's actually for Bishop because I don't know what he was on today. But in any case, we look forward to talking to y'all, engaging with y'all tomorrow. Of course, 09 to 1100 hours every day. And look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. Enjoy y'all day. Peace.